Today on the channel, I'm going to show you how to play the introduction to Panama. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to play the introduction to Panama just like that, alright? So without further ado, let's dig right into this lesson. First of all, I'm tuned to E standard. Eddie tuned to about E flat on the records, but we're tuned to standard today just to keep it simple. And I'm playing my Wolfgang Special. I love this guitar, man. This thing is so cool. Anyway, we're going to start off with this riff that's up here in the key of E. So Eddie is in E pretty much in this entire song. All right, E minor, E minor, E major. He kind of fluctuates a little bit. So Eddie liked to take sus chords. A sus chord is a sustained chord. A sus4 and a sus2 are chords that are well throughout all of the Van Halen catalog, like from the first album all the way to the very last recordings, right? So when we're taking these sus chords, there's an E sus or E major, there's an E sus4, and then there's a B. All right, so we're doing E sus4, B to E. So you got to learn that shape, and then he's going to do the same thing down here on the D pattern. It's got a D sus4, and an A. So we're taking the E sus4, B. We're taking the D sus4, and B or A, like that. All right. So the way it's going to sound when he plays it is like. So what Eddie does is he's not playing the full bar chord. We're not going to play the entire E major bar chord like. I'm going to fret it just in case I hit some extraneous notes and I want to, I'm going to hit it hard. So sometimes I play the entire E bar chord. Sometimes I'm playing just these three chords here, these three notes. So to get this down, what you might want to do is take this and go and just start that chug. So what I'm doing is I'm chugging on this E. So I'm going. We've got that pedal tone. Eddie liked pedal tone, so we've got this E going. We got this E into the E sus4. So it's in slow motion. Kind of weird, huh? Then B. And this is a B chord because it's like this B right here. But Eddie played parts of bar chords, so we're doing this, taking this middle section. So it sounds like. And up to speed. Now Eddie starts on the and of one. You don't hear the count in on this song, and that made a lot of Van Halen songs really interesting because it always sounds like he starts on the 1, and when the main part of the song kicks in, you're like, oh, there's the beat, there's the 1. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to start on the and of 1, 1 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, so that's one key thing about this intro. It starts on the and of 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 1 and. So after we do this main part of the first part of the lick there, we slide this down to the D shape. What I did there was I went D, I'm playing these middle 3 string, or just even the B and the G, and we're going to palm mute and chug on this D. And we play the A, which is like this B chord, but we're going to be in the A position. So all together it sounds like this in slow motion. Now if you notice there's a little bit of a hesitation between those chord changes, listen again. Slowly. One more time. Now up to speed. Now one thing Eddie does is he does this whammy bar dive, and how he executes that is like this. I'm going to play the riff again, I'm going to put the whammy bar dive in. So I did there is kind of a little bit of a trick. I'm hitting the D and the G string. You can just do the G string if you want, but I like the D and the G. And I take my middle finger and I hit that low E to give it a little bit extra oomph, so to speak, on it. So when I go and I jump like this, immediately I move my hand into this C shape and I cover up the E and the B and the E and the A, and I go, and that allows me just to really dig in. So these strings are muted. I'm not even fretting anything, and I'm just letting the D and the G string open. So I'm going to do this in slow motion. Okay, that's a trick that I do. So full speed. We jump right back into the. And instead of a whammy bar dive, he goes. And he hits this C sharp minor. All right, so let me show you what that is. So after we finish the huge pick slide, now what I find works is thin picks. Thinner picks really work great. Eddie used thin picks, and they really projected well on pick slides. I use these Tortex medium yellows because I really can't play with anything else. I don't know what it is about Tortex medium yellows, but I love them. But they sound good too. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting the E and the A string. I try to. Sometimes I just hit the E. And you got to really dig in. and you're going to put an angle on the pick like this, and you're going to smack it right above the bridge pickup and angle it right down. You want to keep this hand down here and be ready to hit this C sharp minor chord. And I'm only hitting like the middle 4 string. I'm not doing, we're not playing Sultans of Swing here. We're playing Panama. All right, so after we do this, notice how my hand's ready for that C sharp. And Eddie liked to do these big, kind of mariachi chords. You wind up for it, and then catch yourself on beat doing the playing along with the bass. It adds drama, it adds like that emphasis, like, wow, this is, exciting, it's cool. It's, it's when you're composing, you have to evoke these emotions. So, if you notice, I'm just playing the first or the 4 middle strings. I'm going to play it clean. I'm going to roll back on the volume. So what I'm doing there is, and this right here is your minor third, and that lets you know you're playing C sharp minor. Eddie didn't use a lot of distortion, okay, contrary to belief. Until like later years, he really got souped out with the 5150 and beyond. But back in the days, prior to 5150, really prior to For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, Eddie's tone was pretty clean, and it allows you to hear the harmonic structure of these chords and know that they're minor, major, sus2 chords, sus4, all that good stuff, right? Hearing this minor chord. So what I did there went, I'm going to take my finger like this and play the B, and this is the C sharp minor, so watch. I'm going to let go of these. And I'm going to slide down to an A. Eddie liked to slide his chords around, like a big band, like a horn section. I think that's my favorite part of the song, man. That's such a cool lick. So once again, that C sharp minor, mariachi strum. So I'm taking this B, I'm hammering on that C sharp minor, like that. That rhythm is key. We're going to hit this B on the A string on the 2nd fret. So I hit a pinch harmonic by taking my thumb on the edge of the pick and going, Billy Gibbons style. And I'm taking it with my ring finger and my middle finger like this. Because there's a lot of stress and tension. The lower you get down the neck and you start putting vibrato on these strings, it takes a lot of muscle. Up here it's easier, there's less tension this up high, but down here you're getting the full force of this nut holding the string in place. So you got to dig into it with both of these fingers. And then he repeats again. Then we're going to go up to a B, which is the 5 of E. That's perfect, and he does this. So what I do there is I kind of steal it from him doing this live. I love how he does this live, and on the record, sometimes he just goes. It's chaos. It's like Eddie's amp is blowing up. It's like he's trying to emulate, just insanity and chaos and just everything that's going crazy on the guitar. He's trying to evoke this emotion, so he's not really thinking about how many times to play it. But what works for me to emulate the chaos is go. So you do 3, 3, and 2, and then like that. So what I'm up in this B sus4 shape. So he's taking a B sus4 going. But I'm just going to take my middle finger and my pointer finger and go. We're going to palm mute by putting our palm on the humbucker, and then harmonics on the high E on the 5th. That one's kind of hard, and then on the 4th fret on the B and the G. Resolve to an E. So in slow motion, I'm going. I'm only doing 5 hits on this, or not 5, but 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't go on the last one. Like that, right? I'm kind of out of tune now. So what we're doing there is we're going A, D, just basically a root and 5th. We're not doing the whole A chord. A, D, A, D, A, A, D, A, D, A. And that's a G, A to a G. It's like he's sliding from the G up to the A, back down to the G real quick. To an E. Alright, so I'm going to play it very slowly from the beginning and wrap this up. So from the beginning, I'll do it slowly, then I'll do it full speed. Slowly. All the gain up on the volume knob and a little bit faster. All right, so there you go. There's the intro to Panama. I hope you enjoyed the content and the video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and as always, have yourself a great day. Peace out.